Hey guys, Sarah and I would like to introduce you to some of the new rules that are going to start taking into effect this coming Monday when we start training inside the gym. The first of the new rules is the fact that we're not going to let anyone go into the gym until the last class has fully come outside. So you guys are going to wait either in your cars or out here in the parking lot until the coach gives you the green light to walk inside the building. So there's no real benefit to coming early, 25 to 30 minutes early, because you won't be able to enter the gym until 5 minutes before your allotted time slot. The next rule is you're going to have to wear a mask as we enter the building. So I'm going to put my mask on and then I'm going to meet you guys inside. All right, once you guys are inside the building, you're going to find a QR code on the wall. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your cell phone, you're going to switch it to photo and scan the QR code. Once the QR code is scanned, it's going to give you an option for our Stone City Strength COVID assessment form, which is going to ask you a few basic questions that you need to fill out every single day that you're at the gym. The coach is going to verify and ask you that you filled it out once you've entered the gym space, but you need to fill this out. If you don't have a cell phone, we will have limited paper copies available as well, but please, please, please try to use the touchless option if at all possible. The second thing you're going to do is there's going to always be sanitizer by the door. So you're going to do just a quick hand sanitizer before we enter the building. There's going to be one of these at every station while you're training as well, but we ask that everybody do it before they come into the gym as well. So once you're done that, you can come into the lobby. You're going to leave your outdoor shoes here. Everybody should have 2 sets of shoes. And you're going to bring your indoor shoes with you. So I have my indoor shoes in my bag. We're going to be allowing bags to come into the gym, and then we'll change our shoes once we get into the gym. So I'm going to come in, and then I'll see you guys in a second. Hey guys, once you enter the gym, there's going to be a training pod waiting for you. So you're entitled to leave your bag there. You're going to take your shoes out of your bag or drop your shoes. Put your indoor shoes on once you get to your training pod, and you're going to take a look at the board to see what equipment you need for the day. Your pod is always going to have a barbell and a good selection of plates there for you. Some of the pods don't have 2.5-pound plates, and some of the pods have more 45-pound plates. So depending on what the workout is, please select the pod that's going to have the weights closest to what you would need so that we do less switching throughout the workout with other pods. It might have to happen, but let's try to mitigate that as much as possible. The next thing you're going to do before taking your mask off is look at the board and see if you need any dumbbells or bands or balls or anything that is not in your pod. You're going to bring it with you. So I'm lucky I'm close to the dumbbell rack. I'm going to grab my dumbbells. I'm going to put them in my pod, even though we haven't warmed up yet. I've just set up my station, and now I'm able to take my mask off and wait for the warm-up with the coach. All right, so after the warm-up's done, now we're working out. The mask is off. It's just like a normal training session. The only difference is I have to stay in my pod. If for some reason I need to grab something from the other side of the room, or I need to go to the bathroom, or I need to leave my pod for any reason, I have to put my mask back on until I'm back into my own personal space. So I'm going to have my mask right beside me. I forgot a red band, so I'm going to put my mask on, and then I'm going to head over to get one, and then I'll be back. So I've got my red band. I'm back into my personal space. Mask comes off, and I have freedom again. All right, so now we've come to the end of the workout. Every station has a bottle of sanitizer and a bottle of hand sanitizer for your own personal use. So we're gonna ask, just like in the outdoor classes, that you spray and you wipe down all equipment you used, including your plates as well, if you are handling the plates. So anything that you touched, any touch points, we ask you that you please spray and wipe them down. Additionally, anytime you're putting obviously other weights away that were not in your pod when you first got here, you have to put your mask back on. So I'll spray my dumbbells, put my mask on, and then I'll bring them back. The plates should all be stacked the same way as when you guys came into your pod. So neatly, the 45s together, the 25s together, the 10s, the 5s, and the 2.5s, and try to keep them to the back of the pod so that people have the most amount of space to train in. So if you, for some reason, grab 2.5s from another pod, clean them, and then return them to the original pod you found them in once you swap weights with whoever was using it at the time. So your pod should look exactly the same after you're done with it as when you came in to it. The last thing that we just kind of wanted to show you guys is, I'm going to be leaving my pod, so I'm going to put my mask on. The last thing we wanted to show you guys is just where everything goes. So this dumbbell rack here, guys, is all silver handles, and the rack starts from 10 and goes to 45, 50, goes to 75, 80, goes to 100. So please, please, please put your dumbbells back in the same order that you guys found them, and this rack starts at 10. All the black handle dumbbells go on the floor, starting with 8 all the way to 15, and the 5s we're going to keep on the floor as well. So those are really popular, so make sure they go back in the same spot. Don't just throw them on top of this rack. This dumbbell rack here is the same thing. It starts at 10, goes to 30, starts at 35, goes to 50. So if you can remember, all the dumbbell racks start at 10 and then we move up, that would be awesome. All of the slam balls are still under this rack even though it's changed its location. And then all of the kettlebells have simply moved between these two pods here. Those are the only major equipment changes, other than the plates are now in your pod rather than in the storage units. But other than that, that's it. The bands are still in the same spot. The mats are still going to be beside the bands. The boxes are still where they are. All right, so I've done my workout. I've cleaned everything up. I've put everything away. I've sanitized all the equipment. I've got my shoes packed up because I'm ready to leave the gym. The last thing I have to do is use my personal hand sanitizer. Sanitize my hands really quick before we leave. I'm going to put my mask back on because I'm leaving my pod. And then I'm going to head back out to the front door. I'm going to put my outdoor shoes on. And try not to mingle too much inside the gym because you know the next class is already waiting for their time to go in. So try to make this as quick as possible. And then I'm out and ready to go. Hey, the last couple of points, guys, that we forgot to mention as we were walking into the gym is that the change rooms are going to be closed. So please come dressed for your workout. It's the summertime, so that shouldn't be too difficult to do right now. Hopefully by winter time, all of that changes and we can have everything open as fully as we can. The bathroom is obviously open, but try to minimize your use of it if at all possible. And also bring a full water bottle with you so that we minimize the touch points on the sink. Both those things are available to you, but we just want to minimize the use of them if at all possible in order to ensure everybody's safety.